I overheard my mom's friends say I'm handsome today and I've been over the moon since. I 20M have been going through a pretty rough patch lately. Had a lot of feelings resurface about feeling ugly or unlovable, and just not very pleasant in general. I came to a science museum today with my mom, and I think getting out of the house was already helping me get out of my rut and feel a little pep in my step. And then my mom met this other woman who was waiting in line, and I saw they were talking, and I went up and said hi to her and talked briefly, and she told me about a museum event happening to the side, but as I left to see it I overheard her saying to my mom, "Wow, your son is really handsome." And I stopped for a second BC. I had no clue if I was just imagining it or whatever, but I asked my mom later if her friend said it and she laughed and said yes, and I've been over cloud nine since. I'd cry, she could just have been trying to be nice, and I don't know her that well, but just overhearing that unprompted compliment from someone felt amazing, and I have had this shitty grin on my face ever since. Just thought I'd get it off my chest here. I was sexually active with men twice my age when I was a teen. I need to talk about it. Today I went to talk to my therapist and brought up there's a topic I haven't spoken with him about yet. I have been going to a therapist since I was 12, self-harm, depression, social anxiety, OCD. Changed like 5 different therapists and have been going to my current one for the past 3 years or so. I am 21 now. It's extremely hard for me to talk about this and admit I did something like this. When I was around 13 a man texted me asking to meet in real life. He was around 40 to 45. He straight up said he wants to do sexual stuff. He knew how old I was. I said yes. He came to pick me up and drove me somewhere. We did some sexual stuff in a car and he drove me back. I don't even know why I said yes. I wasn't thinking straight, I was stupid. I had extremely low self-esteem. Maybe I just craved attention/affection? I don't know. More guys texted me over time. It's easy to get hit on being a young girl, at least where I am from. They all knew my age, they all wanted to do sexual stuff and I always said yes. Every time it was a different man. I met up with up to 10 men I think, all 20 years older than me at the minimum. Usually between the ages 35 to 45. I was 13 to 16 while this was happening. Some guys even paid me for it. Some met me at night or after midnight. I didn't once think I shouldn't be doing this. I felt numb, didn't feel anything while it was happening. It was as if I wasn't even there, but I was. Some wanted to do BDSM. Some liked to hurt me physically or emotionally, or both. Some met up with me more than once. I hate myself for it. I shouldn't have done that. Obviously. I don't know how to deal with the fact I did it. I feel like no man I have met treated me right. Or even just normally. My dad doesn't have a very good relationship with me, neither does my brother. I have no male friends. I have never talked to a guy. I was bullied in elementary/high school, mostly by guys. At one point they took pictures of me while I had my clothes off in a gym changing room. I didn't know they were there, and printed them out and put them on the boards in the school hallways. Every man I meet now makes me feel uneasy. I always expect them to want to do something sexual with me. I have never had an actual boyfriend because of that. I don't trust men and it's my own fault. I do realize that. But I don't know how to fix it or if it's even possible. I don't feel good when a man compliments me, I get uneasy and feel very uncomfortable. I don't even think I am worth having a relationship with at this point. I think I am bisexual, probably I am very confused when it comes to my sexuality. I can imagine hooking up with a girl, dating her. I find girls attractive too. But can't imagine living my whole life with a girl. I think I am more attracted to men. But at the same time I feel uneasy around them because of my own past actions. I have a bad relationship with my dad. He is a narcissist, likes to put people down, cheated at mom while she was pregnant, blocked our bank accounts when we tried to leave him, etc. I have an older brother who might have done something sexual with me when I was very little. I remember it very vaguely so it might have been a dream. But I do have that memory ever since I can remember. I don't know how to fix my relationship with men. I don't even know if it's possible at this point. I wish I was a house husband. My wife is a stay-at-home mom and I wish we could switch places. She's been away for a week now and I took off from work to be with the 2 kids. I've been doing all the housework, taking care of the kids, etc. It's all so relaxing. I drop the kids off at camp and then come back to clean the house, take care of the yard, do the laundry, cook, pick up the kids, play with them, put them to bed. I've never been so stress-free in my life. I even took care of some small home projects I have been putting off for months/years now. I've always tried to pitch in wherever I could and have even been accused of not pulling my weight in the past. Now I wish it was my full-time job. F the house husband stigma, this is the life. I love my wife and she is an excellent stay-at-home mom but now I wish I could trade places. This will never happen though. I'm a relatively high-earning doctor and the money has brought a comfortable lifestyle that would be hard to match if she worked and I didn't. Oh well. Back to my 60-hour workweek Monday. Not looking for advice. Just confessing. My best friend admitted he didn't want to be in my life because I have cancer. My best friend of 6 years stated he didn't want to be in my life after I told him I have cancer. Ever since then I text him here and there asking him why wasn't our friendship worth saving, and I cry about it every day. He reads my messages and ignores me. I see him on Twitter talking and telling another person he loves them all the time, and I can't help but to feel angry and hurt. He's said some hurtful things to me throughout this process and I don't know what to do. I had an affair with a married man and now I am pregnant. AP and I met at work 2 years ago and began having an affair. This has gone on for a little over a year. He is currently married with 3 children and I am in a relationship with someone for the past 3 years. My boyfriend and I have no issues. He essentially is perfect, but we are very bland. I would describe us similar to roommates. We have the regular cookie-cutter plan to have children and get married, both of us very complacent with our plans, but moving independently. AP and I have unimaginable chemistry. Earlier this year, we decided that we were going to be together. His young son unexpectedly died, drastically changing the course of everything. I found out I was pregnant last week after being late. It is definitely AP's. I took a plan B after an accident, but obviously did not work. AP and I have discussed how to go about this situation. He wants to be together, but the guilt of telling our family members and my boyfriend is keeping me awake at night, eating me up. An abortion is considered, but I know I need to face that responsibility and live with it myself, leaving behind my AP for good. Obviously prepared for hate and judgment in the comments, but needed to just write it out rather than keep talking about it in therapy.